What's going on, guys? It is Q&A time, and on my Facebook I asked you guys to ask me any question you may have, and I'm going to try to answer it. So I'm going to jump into this and jump into it. Alright, so the first question is from Sebastian Adgrignon. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But it is, what tips would you give to small YouTubers to grow their channels? The first tip I would give is to kind of do your own thing. You know, I have a skateboarding channel, for example, and there are other popular skateboarding channels, but I try my best to do my own thing with it and add my humor in it. So that's the first tip I would give. The second tip would be not to spam your comments everywhere and ask people to subscribe to you, because that just gets annoying. But basically, if you have original content and you put out videos regularly, you know, like maybe a couple times a week, they're gonna be seen, and if they're good enough, people will like them, and you'll build your audience. Yeah, that's basically how you start growing. And then one thing could lead to another, and you could, like, I don't know, get in contact with someone that's big on YouTube, and you guys could do something cool together. Could happen. So those are my tips. Lyndon Bishop asks, what else do you enjoy besides skateboarding? I love music. I play a lot of music. I play my git fiddle all the time, and I also love video games. So music and video games are two really fun pastimes I have. I don't get to play video games that much anymore. I'm not saying like my life is insane or anything, but I don't know, it seems like there's always something that is more important, which is very true. I like to just go out and do stuff, like go eat with friends or something. Like, I don't know, I've always loved just hanging out with people. So those are some things I enjoy. Benjamin Gray asks, do you like skating alone or with people when you try to learn new tricks? I don't like skating alone, really. I mean, I can, but I've noticed, like, if I skate alone, I get a lot more frustrated, and when people are around, it kind of like pushes you to land something, because I don't know, they kind of give me like motivation to land something that if I was by myself, I mean, maybe I would land. I don't know. The answer is I enjoy skating with people more than I do alone, because it gives me motivation to do more stuff. How about that? Okay. I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Yanade Imar Lopez asks, what tips would you give to new skaters like myself? The main thing when you first start skateboarding is that no one starts off good, and for new skaters, I always try to tell them that, because you can see, like, I can see how frustrated they get trying to learn something that's too hard for them. But yeah, you have to take baby steps, like, all the time, and it takes forever to get to the next step. So the two tips I have is to keep trying and to have fun, because if you're not having fun, there's no point in skating, but you will get better. It seems like at first you're like, wow, this is impossible, but you are definitely going to get better. And it's really awesome when, like, you take one bigger step and you're like, oh wow, this opened up a whole new world for me. So yeah. Eric de Santiago asks, who is your favorite character in Breaking Bad? Every single person that was in that show I thought did a fantastic job, but I really liked Hank, and I really liked Jesse. And you know, I like Walt because he's the main character, but Hank and Jesse were the bomb. Jarrett Lewis asks, have you had any recent/past near-death experiences? This is crazy that you asked that, because literally like 6 days ago, I was driving on the interstate at night, and there was this black truck that apparently hit a guardrail, and it was pitch black, there were no lights on, and I was driving, and it was kind of rainy, I couldn't really see, and at literally the last 30 feet away from him, I saw the truck, and I was going like, you know, 70 miles an hour, saw the truck and swerved out of the way at the very last second, and the dude was outside waving his hands, like, so that people wouldn't hit him, but he's like wearing, you know, black clothes. Like, it was impossible not to see him until like the last 30 feet, and so yeah, almost hit him and the truck, and it was the scariest driving moment of my life. John Davis asks, Sam, where's your favorite place to get some crab legs? I prefer Joe's Crab Shack unless I'm on vacation at a beach somewhere. I prefer the R-Bar in St. Petersburg, Florida, because they have this thing sometimes that's all you can eat crab legs, and literally one time I was there for 3 hours eating crab legs, and it was amazing. Lean Sultan asks, ever get tired of the can you even questions? No. I mean, I get them literally hundreds of times a day. Like, people will message me and say, can you even? But it doesn't bother me, because they saw my video, and I'm really happy they saw my video, so no, doesn't bother me. Tyler Linton asks, will you have a full part in the next Revive video? Love your vids, keep up the good work. Thank you, Tyler. You rock. But yes, I'm working really hard to get a full part in the next video. I already have a handful of tricks, and I don't know if I'll use them by the time, you know, 2 years comes around. But yeah, I'm getting tricks right now that you guys have not seen, so Yeah, I'll have a full part. Benoit Just Jardins asks, can you play one little thing on your guitar? Bonus points if you know what song that is. Andy Schrock says, play catch. Play catch! Courtney Vaughn asks, do you like any other YouTubers? Yes, I do. I like Olin Rogers. Olin Rogers is like the best blogger or vlogger ever. I think Eric just fell downstairs. Yeah, but Olin Rogers is hysterical. Go look him up. All of his videos are golden. I love them. But yeah, that was the end of the Q&A. I couldn't get to all of your questions because there were hundreds of them. But I truly appreciate you guys taking the time to ask me some questions so I can answer them. So I'm going to be doing more of these in the future. So make sure you like my Facebook page, facebook.com/Sam Tabor Skating, and maybe next time I can answer your questions. So that's all I got to say, and... Ashley Robbins asks, what was your favorite show as a kid? I remember watching a lot of SpongeBob. I was kind of a lame kid. Actually, you know what? SpongeBob's pretty cool.